So I never stopped playing Mario Kart Tour. It's kinda hard when you've put thousands of hours into it and you have this morbid curiosity of trying to maintain your high level in drivers and such, when you've routinely stuck to it for literally 3 years at this point. Still, I don't think you're gonna get the same angst-filled or betrayed feeling SMT like in my last tour rant several months ago. I made that rant video already. I'm definitely much less anal towards Mario Kart Tour compared to before, and it is more of a bad habit than anything, but this is also being made because of the fact Mario Kart Tour got some pretty dramatic updates over a month ago that people think it warrants a reevaluation and/or it makes the previous rant pointless or redundant. So I'm back, talking about Mario Kart Tour in at least a very slightly better light than last time. That light's about as bright and shiny as those battery-powered electric foot candles. Beautiful! Ever since Tour's release, it's been touted as a Mario Kart that's also a very aggressive gacha game that really tries to encourage the player to pay real money for rubies and commit to loot boxes. In this game's case, these pipes where you have a 1 in 100 chance to pull high-end characters, karts, and gliders. Almost 2 months ago, there was a major update that flat out removed the pipes that required rubies to be spun. The literal loot box in the game, for the most part at least. Now it's replaced with spotlight shops, where alongside the token shops taking up some space every 2 weeks still, there's a sorted array of high-end drivers, karts, and gliders they had in the past alongside every occasional new one they add to Tour. And if you have quick tickets, you can reroll what the shop has at least 3 times a day too. And the loot box pipes are largely not in the game anymore, except now they're only tied to being in gifts, which you obtain by playing the game normally and getting Grand Stars for, or a separate XP system based on how well you do online. So all the remnants of the loot box pipes are solely obtainable by playing the game normally and for free in this game. Mario Kart Tour, it is no longer a gacha game. Good. The one major downside that put it beneath every Mario Kart, at least to me, on the same spectrum that gachas and loot boxes are, being on this very low end for tapping into that FOMO, that manipulative gambler's mentality like I mentioned in the last Tour video. Now I can comfortably say, at least a little bit more, Mario Kart Tour is within the same ballpark as other Mario Karts just from that fact and change alone. That literally inherently makes Mario Kart Tour both a better game and a more free-to-play friendly game. As a bonus, those free loot box pipes also have chances of providing more level boost and cap tickets as well as coins and rubies, not just characters, karts, and gliders. So great on the devs and Tour for making it not gacha. Too bad it's still pretty much pay to win. The gacha and loot boxes are gone. But ever since the Mii Tour where you could buy Mii racing suits, they were priced at 100 rubies a pop, 70 rubies if you were lucky with a discount, and at that point me and plenty other Tour players knew, we're like, oh god. Characters, karts, and gliders are gonna be mad pricey, aren't they? Yep, 150 rubies. If you were doing a good chunk of activity per tour, clearing every cup, clearing every Tour 1 and 2 challenge board, online challenges, occasional Kart Pro challenges, buying from the token shop too, being blessed to be lucky as hell, and getting first in the ranked cups, and getting decent pulls from the free pipes, you'll be lucky to make around 150 to 200 rubies per tour. If you wanted to add the tier challenges or the online balloon battle challenges, you'd literally have to wait months, maybe even years, for that upon another thing I'll get to later on, but you're primarily going to be using all those rubies either to scout for that week / Tour's focused character, kart, or glider, or to just snipe the characters and alts you want, which to be fair, having no more gacha in the game makes the prospect of snagging both your most wanted characters more realistic and obtainable, as well as at least obtaining the vast majority of the roster. But for the latter, which is not required for the game, to be fair again, that's still going to take literal months and years to even get close to get 100% of the roster. The shops still have ruby and combo deals to where you can still buy rubies with real money, so the whole manipulation tactic's not all gone. You're still chipping away at the game's absurd length of tasks and objectives it wants you to do, whether or not you spend cash. And it's still a pain in the ass to do all of that, but at the very least, you're not locked to loot boxes and gambling like before. It's not perfect, but yeah. Balloon battle, bro. Tour has battle mode now.
It's about time. It's just lovely.
Yeah. Battle mode to Mario Kart Tour. In some cups, you're just tasked to do battle mode against CPUs, and you have the option to play online against other people. It is a limited take on battle mode. It's only balloon battle, and the only courses thus far are between GBA Battle Course 1, GCN Cookie Land, DS Twilight House, and New York Minute B, which takes some of the design from New York Minute and turns it into a makeshift battle course. So not a whole lot of courses there, and they only loop the Mario Kart 8 remix of the SNES battle course music. But this is the most you're gonna get out of me with this game. Battle mode's kind of fun. Unlike the rest of the game that restricts you from going backwards at all, forget braking too, battle mode requires you to turn around in every direction because of how it's designed. So even while it's still auto acceleration, it legit feels like the most in control and normal Tours ever felt as a Mario Kart, in my opinion. The triple item roulette, flexibility and control, and Balloon Battle's rules and system lend more to actual strategy and focus compared to how much more luck-based it and the point system is as a whole across Mario Kart Tour. Even with the point-based system and frenzy mechanic, that's much easier to maintain here since your only literal goal is to just not get hit above maintaining a combo compared to getting first, maintaining combos, throwing away your defense and risking first to maintain higher combos, not get hit once and lose first and your combo and on a lot of points, etc. There's still some luck involved, but it's much more in line with Mario Kart's normal standard of luck and much closer to its normal threshold for strategy and skill like every other Mario Kart game. Online especially can be challenging and more fun. It can get laggy sometimes, whether normal races or in battle mode, and if you're on the laggy side, you will literally fall behind the pack because of it. No exaggeration, you're not winning and it's borderline unplayable, but when it doesn't lag, it's pretty fun. As far as the challenges in this mode, yeah, no. You're gonna take a long ass time to finish all of them, sadly. But battle mode is unironically the most fun I've had with Tour in my entirety of playing it. Other Mario Karts offer more to their battle modes and are more fun as a result of that and other factors, whether we're talking Mario Kart 8's plethora of battle modes, or Mario Kart DS or Wii's firm controls, any game's maps, etc. I'm not even the biggest battle mode fan when it comes to Mario Kart at all, but Tour's battle mode does offer some actual normal Mario Kart experience that you can compare to others in a more reasonable and comfortable fashion. Don't let any of this fool you though, we are still talking Mario Kart Tour. And as far as everything else, yeah, that is still Mario Kart Tour.
Okie dokie, Mario!
Ever since I started this video, I've gone in with the assumption you saw my previous tour rant. Cause damn near every single big and small thing about the game I went over in that video. Beyond the fact the game's not a gacha anymore, most of that rant still applies to Tour now, and if you saw not even 5 minutes of that video, you know I have more problems with Tour than it just being either gacha or pay to win. It still controls like garbage in every other instance beyond battle mode. They increased the cup count from 12 to 15 now per tour, so now the game wants you to do more to clear each tour. They kept the character slash kart slash glider level cap the same from the last tour, but this is the third time they increased the player level to, of all things, they added an update in this godforsaken game. 400. Level 400! Where once you're roughly halfway there, every first place nets you less than 3% XP, so even less than the example I put in the last video. Every single thing you do in this game is still a humongous ass interconnected grindfest, and now it's become an even bigger grindfest with this point cap and level increase, still trying to max out your player level character, karts, and gliders, needing an absurd amount of playtime and a number of boost tickets to do so, the need to focus and prioritize certain characters and combos for certain cups, especially for ranked cups, to maybe get a high score and hopefully win those ranked cups for the challenges and rubies. The ranked cups still being susceptible to being impossible to clear and being pit against higher level players with absurdly high scores you're not going to surpass. Now the game prioritizing you saving and grinding out rubies for the right character, kart, or glider, whether for personal bias or to invest in a better chance of getting more rubies down the road for other characters. The absurd number of challenges the game still throws at you to waste years of your life to get the rubies you need, the extra coins you need, some challenges in of themselves being completely ridiculous in how how long it's going to actually take to clear, and or how much you have to sell your soul to the playtime towards this game to even get close to clearing. I'm still looking at you, Fantastic Combo 3500 challenge. Stop putting that challenge in the game. It sucks, and you literally have to spend 500 hours per tour probably to clear that one challenge alone. The terrible point system that is prioritized harder than getting first or skillfully clearing these tracks and taking shortcuts and whatnot. The same point system that encourages you to lose your defense and go out of your way to take suboptimal routes to gain higher combos and points and risk losing first place. The same system in game that punishes you hard for getting hit once at borderline any point in the race because of it and its 2-lap system. The same system that's far less skill and strategy based like Mario Kart normally is, and is far more luck and RNG based than Mario Kart normally is. Factoring all of this plus the frenzy mechanic in the triple item roulette to an infuriating and tedious degree, and the exact same feedback loop of every little thing mattering in this game, and just, yeah, everything I already said several months ago in that last video. I did fail to mention the game does do this weird thing where you constantly race CPUs offline, but it grabs other players' names and attaches them to the CPUs. So for a while when Tour was new, a lot of people were misled and thought they were racing other people, like actual humans, and this was long before online came to Tour. So it definitely is weird and strange they would do something like that for sure. Like, it felt like they were purposefully trying to mislead people into thinking, yeah, you're playing others. No, you're playing CPUs. So that was weird. I feel like everything else I went over either here or in the last video matter much more to what Tour does do fun or enjoyable and what it does absolutely terribly. I shouldn't have to say this in my videos, but if you like Mario Kart Tour, if it's your favorite Mario Kart because it's free, because of the roster or whatever, that's completely fine. Again, it should go without saying. But my guy or gal or non-binary pal, if you have Mario Kart 8 or Wii, almost any other mainline Mario Kart game, whether in the content it already has officially or modded content, why would you bother with Mario Kart Tour? You have so many better options that have better controls, better tracks, better item and race designs, better online, better single player content, etc. At this point, it's between morbid curiosity and routine/bad habit in my case, but at least I put forth the time into the game to say and confirm a lot of what I felt about it. Oh, one thing I did say and got wrong in my last video I do want to apologize for. I assumed 200cc was the most optimal way to get high scores in ranked cups. Most of the time it's not. 150cc does it just fine, but I assumed because 200cc was literally locked behind the gold pass, a paywall, that it is the most optimal strat. So that is my bad. I'll gladly accept the L on that one since I was wrong on that. Otherwise, yeah, this is still the same, monotonous, grind-ridden, luck-infested, not just luck-based, but luck-infested, skill-punishing, unrealistic, choppily controlled, poorly designed, and infuriating Mario Kart Tour that it was months ago, even years ago. I don't have a whole lot to add to the Tour discussion that I already didn't specify or talk about up until this point. At least the new tracks will have a home in 8 when Tour inevitably dies in the distant future, because that's what all mobile games that run on servers suffer from, even some official games. Dr. Mario World, Miitomo, Dragalia Lost, Overwatch 1. The booster course pass is, ironically enough, preserving Tour's tracks, but yeah, I have no clue if I'm going to do another Tour rant/review, /discussion again. I feel like there's only so many times I could do this kind of video/content on Tour, but I think addressing this last major update would be big and fair, since it squashed one of the problems I had with Tour that a lot of other people also had. But even when it's no longer a gacha, and when its battle mode can be fun, it's still Mario Kart Tour. Not really a lot changed. It's still a pain in the ass. Thank you for indulging in my content and spiels as always, and I do have more Mario Kart content in the pipeline as always, as I do plenty of Mario content, Sonic content, Smash content, Pokemon content, and more. Stay super.
Yo, hey, 妹妹，嘿，我来呀！共和大哈哈呀！拉面，嘿，来面，来个面，共和再见呀！哈哈，拉面，下手面，谢谢。